We shall resume walking to the far lands. Let me put this back up here. What is today? 27th. Oh, does that put it off at the end of the screen? Kinda. Ah, stop. No, no snap. Stop snap. There we go. That looks good, right? It's May 27th, 2021. May, Mental Health Awareness Month, is wrapping up. But that doesn't mean mental health fundraising will end at the end of the month. Because we are raising money for Rise Above the Disorder, up to $590.85. When you donate, you can ask a question, give a topic. We did end the last stream in a rather with a little fun game. Maybe we'll get back to that when we run out of things to do imminently. But who's got your woofs ready? I certainly do. Woof! Woofs and spoiders. Oh! Hello! I hope they're friendly? How nice of you to join us, Wolfie. Yee! Oh, he seems just delightfully friendly. That was pretty funny. That's got to be one of the first times. Look at all these spoilers! Well, the first times Wolfie, like, got pushed into the hidey hole. It's Spider Alley here. Might as well grab some free coal while we're at it before we continue west towards the far lands here in Minecraft Beta 173. Oh, hi. Wet spiders. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Continuing on. How far out are you? Far out, man. We last press F3 at the beginning of March. And there's that number. 4,856,980 blocks from spawn. Plenty of wool. Chickens. Spooky noises. Icebergs. You know what? There's a spider in my car, in the Subaru, and it keeps making webs on the inside of the windshield. And it's annoying because on certain lights you catch the spider webs, like in certain angles of light and sunset and stuff. Wolfie with me? Alright. Oh, jeez. I got spiders in my side mirrors. You got chocolate in my peanut butter. Oh, I could use some pigs. It's a good thing there's one right here. Oi. Uninterested, Wolfie? Oh, he's coming to you. There you go. Murder. That one had... Ooh, too many. Too much. You sunk my battleship. What else? What is new? What is up, everybody? If you make a donation to Rise Above the Disorder, your what's up gets put to the top of the list of anybody else in chat. Think of that.
Look at us. Hey, look at us.
Petertronic.
Huh? Look at us. Say it again. Look at us.
Thank you for subscribing for 55 months in the subtub. Oregon Coast road trip this weekend. First camping trip this weekend. Yeah, that's... what do you... like, when you say camping? Are you like car camping? Like camping next to your car? Or are you like hiking out? Backpacking, as it were? I need the deets. Car camping in a campground. Okay, because that's what we're planning on doing during our road trip this summer. Mostly. What, have you done this before? And do you have any tips, tricks, must-haves? Don't forget it. I need the deets. Oh. Put a tarp under your tent. Yeah, I mean, that's... what's that called? That's called, thingamadoozy. There's like a word for it. Like a base. What's that called? Tent... footprint? 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 Is that what they call it? Alright, this whole place is dead ends. Yeah. Nah, but I mean, like, there's, like... that, like, the girlfriend has a tent, but she's never used it. So we definitely have to, like, set it up and, like, measure the footprint. Ground sheet. Sure. I mean, there's, like, specific, like, names for thems. I always thought it was footprint. Like, if you search on, like, REI, it's called, like, a tent footprint or something. I bought a sleeping bag and a sleeping pad. I thought I'd gotten an inflatable sleeping pad, but I got like a hybrid one that has both a soft foam layer and it like self-inflates because of it. So I hope it's like enough. Gonna rain! It's raining right now. So yeah, we're doing that, but we're going to be doing like at the beginning of July, we're taking a weekend out to the coast. We're just like a trial camp. Should be interesting. You just have to defend against the cold and wet. Everything else you do is easy. Well, I mean, we're going at the end of July, beginning of August, and we're going like through the southwest and stuff, so I know dew is a thing. But hopefully cold isn't too big of a problem. Raccoons are sneaky thieves. Bears. We gotta worry about bears where we're going. We're in bear country. So yeah, most of the campgrounds that we've reserved have like bear boxes or put it in your car. There are a few places that we don't have anything set up yet. And that slightly worries me. Like there are campgrounds that are like first come, first serve. I'm not too thrilled about that. Like you can't have reservations. NATO is asking if this is an episode or a stream. What clues would indicate whether this is an episode or a stream? The Kurt porthole. So yeah, that I'm looking forward to, kind of. We're gonna be doing a lot of driving. I haven't figured out what the mileage is gonna be yet, but it's gonna be in the thousands. Ah! Careful, Wolfie. Careful, Wolfie. Well, Lord knows what's gonna happen there. Oh! What happened? Oh, right in the water. He took some damage, though. Good thing I have all these pork chops. He's fine. lot of like spires and plinths in this here land. Don't put food in the car. I've seen bears open car doors and drive away. I mean, I think the main thing is to keep the smell from attracting bears in the first place. My only, like, slight worry... well, I mean, my major worry is that I won't be able to get a wink of sleep. But, like, I usually have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. That's going to be not as easy when sleeping in a tent in a campground. Bears have been known to watch Lockpicking Lawyer. So I have been thinking that what I should do is go get an eye exam and get glasses. I haven't owned a pair of glasses in well over 20 years, just because I'm very comfortable with contacts. But the only situation where that becomes a problem is at night. When I have my contacts not in my eyeballs. And, would need to get up and, like, see what I'm doing. Speaking of spires, my goodness, this whole place is inspiring. Goodness. It is. It's like a dang place we're in. Speedrun. Here, Wolfie, have a seat. This is screenshot material right here. Ah! That scared me. That scared me, LG, but holy Moses. 75.15. Oh, look at that. 666. 666. $666. Thank you very much for your very generous donation, LG. Much appreciated. That is a fantastic number. Oops, don't need that.
I just don't think there's anybody better.
Mardu.
Really? You got it. You got it. Hey, thank you.
Thank you for 43 months. LG didn't have a question with their very generous charitable donation, other than bears are rad. I've personally never seen a wild bear, and I don't want to. Would you benefit from those long time staying contacts? No, I don't want those. Like, the ones I have, I wear from when I wake up until I go to bed. I think glasses are the best course of action. Like, in the event that, like, I lose a contact or something like that, too. Careful, Lovey! Like, I always keep spare. When I travel, I have, like, spare set of contacts. Also, but still. Get a monocle. Yeah, there was some story about some lady was caught approaching a bear at Yellowstone recently, and then it like charged her, and now they're like looking for her. Like she's alive and everything, nobody died, but like it was caught on like security camera. Because that's illegal to approach the wildlife. I should make some beds too while I'm at it. Spooky noises. Ah! My boat! My brand new boat! And Yellowstone is one of the places we're planning on going. Although, I don't think that's a place we have a camp set up for yet. Or do we? I don't remember. Bears are particularly attracted to tortoise shell frames. I'll be sure to choose something else. Uh, I saw somebody earlier asked if we were bringing Juno along on the vacation trip, and no, because we are planning on going to a lot of national parks, and national parks don't allow dogs on the premises. Plus, we don't know how she would do on a 2-week. I mean, I'm sure she'd be fine, but like, it also then limits us quite a bit. We found a sitter, and it's gonna be the most expensive part of the trip is the pet sitters. But we might bring her with us on our like trial camp weekend. The Tetons. Yeah, the Tetons. We want to see Bryce Canyon. And we're doing the north rim of the Grand Canyon. Staying there a couple nights. Yosemite. That's one of the places we can't find any available campgrounds yet. That's why cats greater than dogs? Well, the cats need to be sat too, and they are also expensive to be sat. Is this a 3,000-mile road trip? That's what I said. Thousands. We gotta look at the. I gotta look at the itinerary again. But yeah, it's gonna be 2 weeks. We're going south along the coast through like the Redwoods, San Francisco, Yosemite, and then through Las Vegas. It's Grand Canyon, then up north to Bryce, and then Salt Lake City, and then Yellowstone, and then back west out to Seattle. Yeah, we've only been on one vacation together, up to Canada for a weekend. And yeah, after this past year, like I moved in here with the girlfriend in February of last year, and y'all know what happened in February. So it has not been a normal time. Times have not been normal. But yeah, anyway, that's at the end of July, beginning of August. So that's a ways away. I've got plenty of time to lose my remaining 399 subscribers. Did you get vaccinated yet? Yes, I did. Past Monday was 2 weeks after my second shot, so I'm fully cocooned. I'm not walking south, I'm walking west as the sun sets. Ooh. The compass merely points back to your spawn point, which, walking away from it, is always behind me. And I never accidentally go in the wrong direction. Only purposefully. Oop. Got out too quick. You have like a 50-hour road trip playlist on your iPod Shuffle. No, I have it on my SanDisk. Shit. What are those called? I have it still, and that's like always what I used on trips. I had a Zune, but no, not my Zune. Sansa? Yeah, the Sansa. Got 512 megabytes of storage. Careful, Wolfie. random patch of snow. You know what? Free coal. Free lava. Yeah, the first like media player thing I got with a screen was what was it called? The iPod that was just an iPhone without a phone. What was that called? Called like the iPod iPhone Mini. iPod Touch, that's the one. Yeah. And the first generation of iPod Touch. Like, there wasn't even a app store or anything like that, so like, what was on there was what you got, unless you jailbroke it, and then you could get some more things. Yeah, I remember it wasn't till, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years ago that I actually ended up, like, I think I sold it to Amazon. Like, their buyback program. And I got, like, a decent price for it, too. Because, like, there was none left. I had the original box and everything. Birdie, thank you for 3 months in the sub-tub. Much appreciated. Sub-tub. There was definitely an app store on iPod Touch. Eventually there was, but like when they first came out, there was no such thing as an official like app store for iPhones or iPod Touch from Apple. Oh, that's interesting. Let's do it over here. Liquid noises. Spelunk. A lot of people showing up who haven't been watching Flob in a while. Yes, the block offset is much more visible now. And is very visible with the block selection outline. Way off right now. I mean, I guess there. A whole quarter of a block off. That's why it's so jittery. Oh, I could use some wood. Oop. Blonk. Woo! Watch your step. It's also because I'm streaming slightly earlier than I normally do, so I'm probably catching an audience that normally misses my totally on time and not at all late starting streams. Right, the block selection is relative to the player, the camera. So that's why it's... The block is immune, as you say, to the jitteriness, but the world isn't, so you're able to see the difference between the block you have selected and where the world has rendered it. If that makes any sense. Ooh, doggy. Like, I think seeing the icon of the Kurt yawn makes it a feedback loop. Oh, too many. How many years have you been walking to the Farlands now? It seems like ages. 10 ages to be at that. To be at that, to be exact. Ooh. Eons Eidolons. Eidolon is on sale right now. For like $3 on Steam. Oh, beans, I should not go this way. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Okay. All right. Maybe let's not hang out near the endless pit of despair. Boats. Boats, boats, boats. Wait. Ooh. Boats, boats, boats. Hydrate. So, foods that start with W. I'll start. Watermelon. Weed. It's not a food. Wasabi. Whiskey, I guess. Wieners. I wasn't even thinking of that. Uh, Worcestershire sauce. Watercress. Uh, I mean, water. Wheat. Waffles. Somebody already said whiskey. Wine. I don't know if we should have included liquids now. I'm thinking there's like so many. Walnuts. That's a good one. Wonton. White Castle. Is that food though? Is it? That's gonna have to go to the judges. Citation needed. Wagon wheel? What is wagon wheel? Wings, parentheses, chicken. That's a good one. A type of biscuit in the UK. Okay. What's Wagyu? I don't know how to say it. Wagyu? That very fancy steak. Wagyu? Wagyu? What's it? Man, W's difficult. I don't know why I started with W. Way. White rice. I mean, it counts. White bread. Wild rice. Ooh, 2 types of rice. Get out of here with your washed vegetables. Wheat. We had wheat. We had wheat already. Hmm. Jalapeno. Oh, Wolfie, you're taking some damage here. Somebody said watercress. I don't even know what that is, but I'll accept it. It's a vegetable. Waffles! Did we have... I think we had waffles. Water chestnuts. Wholemeal? Wholemeal what? Water artichoke? I don't think that's a thing. I think you're making things up. I don't believe you. Whale. There's gotta be some sort of fish that starts with a W, right? Like an edible fish. Wraps? Yeah, a wrap. Like a chicken wrap. I said wasabi already. Walleye, there we go, that's the one. Wisconsin cheese. Wafers! Jesus wafers. Wahoo. I think you're thinking of Yoo-hoo. I said watermelon. Wahoo is a fish? Oh. Again, there's got to be one that's, like, so easy. Whip, parentheses, cool. Two for Wesleydale cheese. Waldorf salad. Look at this fancy... eating at the Waldorf Astoria. Did we say walnuts? I think we had to have said walnuts, right? I'm pretty sure we said walnuts early on. Whole milk. Spooky noises. Wednesday's leftovers. White chocolate. Yeah, there's a lot to be had. White rice, white chocolate. Um. Whoa. This is like playing Scrabble. Wedge salad. I'll take wedge salad. Like playing Scrabble and you have all these letters and you're just like stuck on what starts with a W. Which sand? Ah. Weetabix, wheat thins. Wheat checks. Wiener schnitzel. That's the one. That's the one. Wiener schnitzel. And we even had wiener before, but then we didn't add the schnitzel. Rookie mistake. Worst brat. We did have wonton soup. Add to the flop bingo. Letter games when we've truly run out of things to talk about. Somebody started it last time. I forgot who, but you can ask them. Yeah, I think we might have gotten most, if not all of them. It was Probenja. I blame you. Wintergreen gum. We had water. I said water. We said wine. After whiskey. Speaking of food, thoughts on The Very Hungry Caterpillar. That was my favorite book as a little kid, I think. Pretty sure. Like little kid, like 3-4 years old. Little kid. Whole wheat waffles. Hey, Wolfie, there you go. Wild turkey, the food and the drink. Quite sad he dies. I don't think, does he die? He turns into a dang butterfly. Doesn't die. I think they took the wrong lesson from that book. Why are you making beds? So I can sleep? Walk. Nah, that's not the food itself. That's a method of food. Why do you need more than one? Because I need to sleep more than once. Because it resets your spawn, so in the event that I would die, I would only lose a day's worth of progress. And possibly all the stuff. And the fact that I've never died in this world in the last 10 years. Just a few things you would lose. But yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep, back up the world, and then decide if I'm going to continue. Because it's only the end of the first like hour here, and we're already on to food names with this letter. So I don't know how much more content I have for you. So let's go to sleep. I'll do that. Engage. 36,702.0 megabytes.